My name is Chris Rudolph. This is my wife Amanda. This is my son Matthias, Olivia, and then Lena, who's up there, is over here. And we're in the Family DTS, and just recently God just really met us in a powerful way with our daughter Lena. And so it was about 2 Mondays ago that we just came back from lunch break, and we're dropped Lena off in the preschool area and headed up to our classroom, just kind of like a normal day. And about 15 minutes into class, Miss Caitlin from the staff came and got us and said that Lena was unresponsive. So it's just like, one of those, as a parent, one of your biggest fears just is there right in your face. And so we just rushed down to see how she was doing. I'm going to turn over to my wife Amanda to share a little bit of what's next.
Yeah, so when we got there, Miss Mary was there trying to get Lena to respond. And Lena wasn't responding. She was looking to the right and like having what seemed to be a seizure. And, we were like, we need to call 911. And Mr. Todd called 911 right away. And I scooped her up thinking, I'll get her to the gate. The ambulance can't get us fast enough. I'll get her to the gate. I ran outside and I was like, that wasn't the wise thing to do, right? It was too hot. And so I brought her back in and I laid her on the table in front of the gym. And she stopped breathing. Her lips were blue, her face was pale. And at that point, I lost it. I thought for sure I was losing her. I didn't understand. I said, God, this isn't happening. This is not happening. And I just started praying, Jesus, heal my baby. Jesus, heal my baby. And the nurses we had 4 nurses total, I think, or maybe 5, that were all trying to get Lena to come back. And she just wasn't responding. And they were like, this isn't normal. This isn't a normal seizure. They're like, keep talking to her. And I kept saying, like, Lena, you're going to be riding your bike really soon. You need to be riding your bike. That was like the thing she loves to do. And so, in the midst of all of that, I just thought for sure that I just didn't know. And I just felt so helpless in that moment. But all of that was about 20 minutes. So the ambulance finally showed up. We scooped her up and took her right into the ambulance, and she started coming to inside the ambulance, and I knew she had come to because she's a girl who knows exactly what she likes and doesn't like, and she ripped off the blood pressure cuff in a second, and I knew she was back. So that was beautiful, but in that process, we took her to the ER, and the ER was, they came in initially, but they really weren't, they ended up talking to us at the end of the night, and they just were like, there's no way, she seizured for 20 minutes, and she was doing this well. They just wouldn't believe it. And so then they're like, follow up with a pediatrician. So we followed up with a pediatrician, and again, the pediatrician couldn't really explain what had happened. And they said, go to neurology. And in the meantime, they had also checked all her blood labs, which were all normal. We went to neurology, they did an EEG, and her, again, they said wonderfully normal. But he kept saying, he kept trying to figure out what could have this been, but you know what the world can't explain, only God can do, right? And so we, in the midst of that, we know God, He just gave us a miracle that day. He met us in the midst of our helplessness. We knew that there's just no way. His goodness and His faithfulness to us in the midst of all of that was just really remarkable, and we just praise Him.